Kwatako fan e friend Pola oto ananam wonse ada no kwasi ada wa bra na Nsoatreman ene asante kotoko dia gengam we Nsoatreman omu akache honom na busuafo ewu owu ye de nti a ekun no ye de baba be sommo de nam so e ma brante hwere ne nkwa ya de baba samwe de eye Nsoatreman CEO ne Nsoatreman FC no eye ne de eye Honorable Ignatius Bafo ewu asamre de aposifo asone pechi enkofo miensa bi nso eka honso ye kura wo mu aposifo akwa chiri wo mu na abusua ye hwese de ne yiri ti nisuo na ne maame se wo je ne ba esansa asante kotokonti ne bayi kura nta amehwehwe no ne bayi kura no eduru se bia abusuani bia wu ye kwa yi a police media me kokotokofo ko bo ma chinti me ko enti kotoko de ne ba ni na agboro kura onfa kotoko ni agoro next one kotoko ko ma chonsu atere na ne ba na ntimi ansa amabiem bia ene kotokofo maame ne se oje ba eyire se wono de onyi ni da onyi nsu ni da se pole eje one nkwada ne ho onde onim se yede ya pole bebe abusua abrahosam na siye aha ye Greater One TV Mestro say odon sabe bia subscriber tem so amam wa like wa comment na afi wa share na onwa bi enya bia share Arr3sts esi da no kwasi ada wo Nsoatreman asante kotoko asante fo nyina ato abese no wa asante memu eno press conference call so nanan matran konya ene asante kotoko fans ni bebre se ya na ebeto ye de ada bi ye ntimi ntina so esanse wiase we ukone se ja to nwa boduse mu a na wo so asanso ase wudi ho esanse se firi ni so na eba no so na se okọ na se abo anso su yonko so akache nse so ye so nkan se so firi ni so esole meso na emum nyese ofiri ni so ano de ba so de wape bia hunu no so ompe bia hunu bia sanse wo hunu de atro watra de atro enti sa de we nom de adi wo mu santa asante kotoko ne koye de a enki afre wo mu wo police station afre wo mu wo court na nso nkrofo kuo bi koye de a na ye mfre wo mu ne chese o time asante kotoko no ano odi enti sa de a ne omro mu nkranta omu se kan bibia gu form se ye hu bibia mfri FIFA honom ya ante bibia mfri Ghana football association what dia eniye kotoko ayo mu hu Afri Ghana Premier League ni mesanse Arr3sts we na ato mu kwabrane atimi a plane de se kan ya won abusua entinti a yanya ne se eye CEO ediba Nsoatreman FC Honorable Ignatius Bafo wa aposifo sa media wakodi wona kachia omu eye enhwehwemu enkrofo miensa bi so ka ne ho a yesusu so omu enanam so omu kodi sa wo no mu so ya twom
Frimpong had to lose his life, sadly. And it's quite unfortunate because we've experienced this over and over again. And what happened on Sunday only confirmed our complaints to the Ghanaian public. It's so sad. After the sad event, we managed to get the corpse deposited at the Sunyani Government Hospital. And as I speak to you now, postmortem is ongoing. So far, we on our part as management and supporters, we have come out for the whole world to know what has actually happened. And so, it is true that our supporter has passed on, and we are still waiting for the autopsy report. Then we take it from there. Some of our supporters are here, but even before we proceed, I think that I have to introduce them to you. And I'll begin with the man on my far left hand, Solomon Ofosu Wari. He's one of our supporters.
Very great
in the country. Next, we have Mr. Bernard Kwesize. He's a former chairman for the National Secretaries Council. And then next to him is Mr. Christopher Damina. He's the current chairman and supporters chairman. And then we have Mr. Kokon Bonsa, known as K5. He's also a former National Secretaries Council chairman. And then we have Mr. Puku. He's our accountant at the Secretariat. He's assisted by Richard Osabutu, who also doubles as our administrator. Now I'm also helping at the legal department. And this is someone, Safu Duku. And then to crown it all is the chairman of the interim management committee of the club, the great Asante Kotoko Sporting Club. It's Nana Apenkra. The Otumfos Kuntumpo Nyafere. He has been leading the charge as we speak to you now. So at this stage, I will allow some of our supporters who witnessed the incident to bring Mr. IGP and your men, so that you have a fair idea of what actually happened. And I'm sure that the war assist in your
First of all, I came with some of my colleagues, the regional commander. And I have Assistant Commissioner and Director of Operations at the National IGP. I have Director General who also used to be at this town.
Formerly Ashanti.
Strong back. So Baba is our Director General of MTTD. And you have my brother who is now Director General Services and just come across from German. And we have
a righteous man.
And we are here this morning for we are here this morning for a very important message. A message that can only console but cannot bring back life. I've always seen life as people running 100-meter race. Everybody has his or her lane. Nobody's lane crosses the other. Therefore, if you are on your lane and you come across the other person's lane, you can be on the first to end the race. you'll still be disqualified. In the same way, we've seen that all of us are in this world managing our own needs. Wait and use it as part of the investigations that we are doing, so that the bottom line is to get the totality of the story and also make sure that we find the culprits and bring them to justice to make sure that everybody's heart is at peace. And if we are working on the investigation, it will just be appropriate that we rather use this medium to appeal to all who have pieces of information that will help our investigations to rather work with us and for us to use that information to unravel the situation and deal with it logically and deal with it to a logical conclusion. So that's my plea for now. Thank you.
That your advice is working. You are the man in charge, so we take it in good faith.
Thank you.
So at this stage, I will allow the IMC chairman.
When I speak, we can speak.
So then, that if you want to hear from you, thank you.
Yes. First of all, I came with some of my colleagues, the regional commander. And I have Assistant Commissioner and Director of Operations at the National IGP. I have Director General who also used to be at this town.
Formerly Ashanti.
Strong back. So the Baba is our Director General of MTTD. And you have my brother, who is now Director General Services, and just come across from Ghana. And you have
The righteous man.
And we are here this morning for.
Yeah, probably say
We are here this morning for a very important message. A message that can only console but cannot bring back life. I've always seen life as people running a 100-meter race. Everybody has his or her lane. Nobody's lane crosses the other. Therefore, if you are on your lane and you come across the other person's lane, you can be on the first to end the race. You will still be disqualified. In the same way, we've seen that all of us are in this world managing our own needs. So anytime, a person in his or her lane is unable to finish the race, it is to the disadvantage of humanity. Because whatever is embedded in that person, we should be of a blessing to others. It's cut short. I'm told here, the little I've known about him, he says that to an extent, he is part of the soul of the club. Wait and use it as part of the investigations that we are doing, so that the bottom line is to get the totality of the story and also make sure that we find the culprits and bring them to justice to make sure that everybody's heart is at peace. And if we are working on the investigation, it will just be appropriate that we rather use this medium to appeal to all who have pieces of information that will help our investigations to rather work with us and for us to use that information to unravel the situation and deal with it logically and deal with it to a logical conclusion. So that's my plea for now. Thank you.
That your advice is working. You are the man in charge, so we take it in good faith.
Thank you.
So at this stage, I will allow the IMC chairman.
When I speak, we can speak.
So that if you want to get from you, thank you.
Everybody in this world is here for a purpose, because that lane has to be walked or traveled or run by him or her alone.
It's true.
So we have always seen every human being as complementing another human being and not in competition with him or her. Because the race is unique. Nobody can run anybody's race. But the beauty of it is that when that race is being run and we are in our individual lanes, what comes out of it is that the joy of I finishing my race is to the benefit of humanity. Therefore, every human being's life contributes to the greater good of humanity. And therefore, every life that is taken, joy in the hearts of people and happiness across the world. So the question that comes is that man that is not there, who is actually on his lane to complete it. So that is the value of life. That's why we have believed that anytime we have a choice between life and all other things, we'll choose life, because all other things are replaceable, but not life. That's why in these year's elections, last year's elections, we did everything that we had to do. That if a table is being destroyed, if a chair is being broken, if a paper is being torn or is being bent, we will not resort to anything that will take life away. Because those papers and tables can be brought back to where the hour can be replaced. But the life as a result of our actions or inactions cannot. But if in the course of breaking the table and destroying the chairs or burning the papers, people's life are at risk, then we will do whatever it takes to protect that. So we have been very circumspect in our mindset in terms of the type of policing we want to give to this country. It's a policing of engagement, de-escalation, and respect for human beings, because humanity is all what defines all of us, it pulls all of us together. So in line with our tradition and culture, when we hear of the matter, over a Sunday, we're trying to put all the stuff together and allow the regional commands to do whatever they have to do in terms of investigation and taking their time and being very professional, because we have moved from the reactive policing and moving on to a level that we take our time and gather the evidence and pick the issues and take it home. So that maturity of our democracy and our society will be out there for everybody to see. And because our tradition and culture also tells us that we are there for each other. And because of that, we need to also come and mourn with him. And then we said, it has also offered us the opportunity to come physically then and come and see the management. And the assurances that we gave you over the phone to let you hear it in person. So at the end of the day, you know that we are committed to making sure that we get to the bottom of this matter. But the unfortunate bit is that we can't have our way. So our condolences to the fraternity, but also the family. And from here, after the funeral, we'll visit the family, mother, children, and wife as well. And in person, even giving them a hug will mean a lot in terms of they being comforted. And this is exactly why they came. And we hope and trust God. We hope and trust that God will give us the fortitude to walk through this period which is so difficult and very trying. And at the end of it all, keep saying we'll learn lessons. We'll hope and pray that as we work together with the Ghana Football Association and with the club leadership, which I've requested a meeting, and I'm waiting for the feedback, but I've told them that from tomorrow I'm ready to have a meeting with them, with my leadership, so that we map a holistic approach in trying to make sure that we are very proactive in dealing with some of these things, because we cannot allow another life to be lost on an issue which is just a game of entertainment, a game to pull us together as a people. Because any time we talk about football, especially at the national level, because me, I support all the local teams, because I want to be supporting Ghana and every other team I support. If you are playing, whoever is winning, I support you. When you are being beaten too much, I move to where you are being beaten, because you need people to sympathize with you. But when it comes to football, my team is Ghana. And the fact is that any time you play, we see how football is able to pull all of us together. And at the same time, at the local level, it also pull us together. But we should look at it from the game perspective. A game to be enjoyed, a game to unite us, and a game to make our humanity complete. Because I've said time with that number, at times when I discuss things with my colleagues, I said, with all the things we do, I see we are in competition with each other. God should just give some of us the opportunity to be God for 1 hour. And what we'll do is I will put every else to sleep. And the people who want, anyone who is interested, we allow you alone to be in this world and own everything and play football matches and watch. And then after that, you will see that without other human being, we are virtually. Yet we keep competing, and at times we keep showing levels of hatred and envy to a level that we find ourselves, whether we really and truly understand our being as a human being. Because if all human beings are born and you are alone here, you have all the cars, you have all the houses, you have all the buildings, you have all the buildings, you have all the planes, you have all everything, and you are the only human being, where is your humanity? So this should prompt us and let us know that football, even in that case, is not life that you can say that you can allow some competition, which to me is not necessary. But football, which is just a game for a trophy, I've seen so many of them here. So these trophies and one life, when you have to choose between, because the trophies are here. And if the trophies are here, and there are no human beings around the trophy, what would be the value of the trophy? So a game must be a game. And I think that is the biggest lessons we need to learn from this. So Nana, on behalf of the entirety of the Ghana Police Service, from a constable to the highest rank, we want to use this opportunity through you to my grandfather, Kotokoso, and the entirety of the Kotoko family to wish you our best of condolences. But when we get to the family, the few words that we have for them to, we will put it out there. But for sure, be aware that we'll do whatever it takes to get to the bottom of this matter, especially with the help that is going to come from you in terms of eyewitnesses. As we reported yesterday, we issued a statement we issued. We've arrested 3 people so far. They are still being interrogated, and it will lead to some arrests, and some of them, based on the evidence we get, may not be people of interest now. But prima facie, we have something to move on. But as we keep weighing the evidence, we keep also looking at the case. We also send a special team also from Accra, including DNA experts, to also go and see to it that the investigation is thorough. Because we are not surprised that people can come out and say that in Africa, if you take 2 countries and want to have a peaceful environment, Ghana is one. And then being compared to countries of a level that of their development over the years that we are nowhere close, we're going to say that our place is being safer than places like Canada and yet we are not satisfied with that, because it is about Ghana, and it's not about comparing ourselves to anybody. It's about making sure that every lives matter. And that is why we decided, as soon as the incident happened, we did the investigation thing, which is the normal thing we do. but we wanted also to add humanity to the way we do things. That's why quickly, when we settled in and we saw the dynamics of the issue, I quickly had to make a couple of calls and then spoke to a couple of the leadership, including my big brother, and conference calls to some of the leadership of the party, and letting you know that we are on the case and we do whatever it takes to get to the bottom of it. We also took the time, as my big brother also said, to visit the family by my brother and his team to console with them, mother, wife, and children. And I had the honor and privilege, humbly, also to just express my sympathy and condolences to them on the phone and promise them that anytime we get opportunity, within the shortest possible time, we'll pass by to demonstrate our true Ghanaianness. So, unfortunately, yesterday we heard another uncomforting news about the passing of our new sector minister, the mother of our new sector minister. And in line with their culture and their religion and everything, means that the burial we can get a resource there. So that's our humbly, that's what brought us here. And as Ghanaians, Imam Yab. Yes.
Wow,
Mr. IGP and your team, we are extremely grateful that in spite of our big loss, we take a huge consolation in the fact that the Ghana Police Service is ready, able, and willing to get into the bottom of the matter. And that is our source of motivation. Once again, we are grateful. And so at this stage, we invite the IMC chairman to summarize it all for us. But you know that there are some dire consequences if we have to keep the entire Ghana police force here for a long time. So now we summarize it all so that they can leave and take over the country for us.
Thank you very much. On behalf of on behalf of the IMC, the management, the esteemed supporters, supporter leadership of Mahasi. And some of our Canada play a rich and some a talk muscle. With the conversation, we said, so for years, we can assurance with the MIA from time as NBC, time as sports minister, with also free, and here in a MIA, a teacher, a MIA crash, I say, what I a Jumano, Mobaya, my Bomba, Assembly, pharmacy. Na ade baako a esi ya medi ho ya kakra ene say o mranti and I wo kire o mo se bia we be the first call of first aid. And so assembly dey can see no na officers wo ho kra no mranti ya supporters hwe owura e oda for office police officer it was no road now. Be crab videos maybe I don't know what news room media. About put down watching the con and actually the echo. It's not mean himself. Move back to as independent a year mobile by number of buy the above for eyewitness reports also there and also the investigators. The attitude of the officers are there over. And the person the two I said I didn't be I dare see me. But I said the bed the tree of now watching a bee we visa a bar or mobile say bar for a purpose. Bar or some mobile and save the life. And yes, all mobile better will be a chisel way and another way. The apostle and the entity arrest apostle, you say, Bishop Besaba. They say, Mamma, I read teacher, Mamma, you were 2 9 crab, ye, be a demonstration. Major Mirror, and I was say, one no penny for, and so about better age. Be a Imagine when they ever do when I was here, when I was the Mobaka, the Muya Bia, the nobody say they are support. And on behalf of Bia, the start of a city, on behalf of Miraso, and Muria, Mapas, and Mabonamani, Mr. Quasuba, Quasulaka, for Hosunia, Ubisana, and 3 years, and I must
Monica Sana, my dear fellows, Mamma, I say, it can't, Luciano, and actually, as we said, yes, Yana, Akaye. Basa, the Yan is a combination of dear, that's the first to me, so, and cry. Yes, friend, money to see in at the old cancer see no super account. Nayashe, if you say, if I say, young boy, links and a human man, so I'm on Fuenia. Maybe no, na yenu yamukofo. And say, so yet, see, I won't say, yet, say, who show my no more. A Juma, the Queen Empire, if I say anything, a kind. Oh, my, and me. My uncle quarter so I name of Bibri. And him say, name of Bibri, name of Bibri, I say a year, na Yidimo. And Tinina can't be into Yidimica, Yamba, Nina Chichira, and Mamma who said, if you cry across the name, Kuya, Nema Katanka Grana, to see what you train, yea, I be so. It sounds here with tea. I go your fall, and I walk home. I can only promise to tie it to us. Say, I command any trade move for a moment from so now what to me I am be. The police and I are necessary. I hear the police, I hear police a ma, it's me back, and not a ma, it's here before. Now we are such a name and Sacramento. Any penny and so and any bedding, the bedroom. And so I fear. If you say, Bible plus any penny out of why now say, team move for not the old young fish away yet, they are poor my Ghana. Many patrons were over Jumanus when he saw Kakrabu Proma, on so many. Yet I say, and so
Nabusia, na yirin sem bi odi tu dwane se, onyi ni da, onyi ntumu so da, se poli na na poli. Bema Frimpo, Nana Yaw, Bea Maka, Nana Yaw be a mrebi, and Fiafi a chamu, confirm Afimanie, Aba, you be a friend in Nana Yam, Nam Swa, and my ya Brunicuno, I must say be brighter than Nana Connects and it be a ginaso than day. I was ya, I will same way and a scene in a sea Kumasi. And in the years of 1 year to net and yin to Ochana.
Mechama Semunina Menyame. Misibide mi twemi kuno mitia mi twemi kunu wakra me anopa mi kunu wakra me kani tu mi kunu kra me wokodru ye mi kunu fra me wakache mi so hema misi yes wakache mi se mani ulem misi mu be ulem mate 3 o'clock mi kunu wu na menti se mi kunu Jesus rade wu me mama wate rade wu me mama This one I go for me mabo. Ebenezer na me say who me mabo. Me dey. See me dey my say me na menya me. Me. The man say me na me kese no. There na meka. The meka cho mu say me twa me kunu. No kwa na meka kire wo. Me twa me kunu. Me te ya. Obefa me firi me ma me fie. Ene ekotena skore mampon. Me te ya me twa me kunu. Ye se me hye black o me de me se me hye. Wo mo se me hye me kunu me de me hu se me kunu. Me de me te ya me twa me kunu. Me twa me kunu.
Abusi o maame so say pole maame si neba pole di ono krote ne nka che free bra pole ya ware ye no na so ne yire kra ware ye ncheye free bra pole ware ye no ote ne nka che papa san say pole ne kodi dwabre no onim kumasi jom ne be ya ne kodi dwabre ne be ya ne ye say ono ne hwe nkrofo mmerofo mu mantam nyina pole ne didi mom bidie enti se ne pole ni hwan na be hwe no hwan na kodi dwama no asante kotoko be di dwabre na hwan biem Nsoatreman fo na makune ba ya no ebi mu na makune ba ya no mo be kwa akodi dwade abre na mba na no aduane ana mama na no aduane abɔ no mama na num se mina aka ne yem ma me no awre hosam enso ni
abra body na mo hunu no ikura me wi obeja ya kokotoko abra body no na mo hunu no
yes na abra body na
kokotoko no kwa ye wo me kuro mu kura na me nua dawa na kokotoko obeja no wako oja hokɔ da bia busu ani wi na oja no kokotoko sa na ye no da bia me ka kire nsa me kura me wi obeja mo wako da bia me ka kire no ampa so obeja mo wako so sie me kura na kokotoko na wo hoda no obekɔ kokotoko fo mo fa mba mra mi o mo fa me ba mra me ona hwamie na ya fa me ya froko na didi o me bia di wa na ya fa me ya froko na didi o me bia di na ya me dem doctor say me so many operation ma ya na dai na ya do bibie emre wa kuru we yire no ma besu yakɔ na ya do bibie na ya me beti ko change no me bo beti me be na ma na te ka ma bubu me ni ko ase jobo me be de ko di dwabra me kotoko me di dwabra me me na ma wi yamba na wi me na ma wi wa wi o kotoko ti ase wa wu kotoko ti ase me ka bibia me be nti Shey. Teme ba no so hunu se na debre wepone a wo mo bebo no. Enti oye la bi se nko beko na ofiri ne ho kra wa hu no. Wa hu no kwa yo de firi ne ho. Enti o te se po de ya won se ka ya wo waji achinyi. Che se o jina na ho. Jina na ho. Na me ba na ye na adwene se debre ye bebu ni nti. Enka wo ya fa ho nanka asa na yapon nyasa yapon ya babon enti ano owuro ni jesi kura said de obi hunu se we he kotokoni sana ya hyehyeye enti o mo hyehyeye enti second o mo ne doctor miensa na ko enti doctor mienu edi na chi ne no ko o mo kire said de o wo ne second o ye wudi ni a okum nipa da na nko ntimi nwo nipa ne second at the spot wo manimu na bi owo seka na owo ko na komam
abusia chese kumasi asante kotoko de ye nida kotomo jam ye ni abre papa baba se ye nyina ye pe justice e de ama pole over radio stations sports presenters pole de chese ono ni asante kotoko kasamafo se ba se ye nkasa makotoko a ono etimi ye ko stadium se sie kumasi sports stadium ababa yara ho a pole motosi wo sanse e ba match bia na so mu kwa awe a obepake ni moto sports stadium na afei wa join the bus na chese tipa omukọ na nso se say de pole emoto wo ho a ya che na busia awrehosem na samre ato ebrebe ni ebedi pole na awotweda enhwehwemu a chese doctor for ye enhwehwemu efrim penfo aba ni se onipa ko ode se kan wo pole na chese wa bo PhD not say obekọ retirement we bom degree abusia wonim wo se ba ne se yan wo se kan a wonim wo ankasa obi atimi awo obi si kan wo na koma ho ama moja anwunu no moja nsofom ko de na chese wo ye expect omom papa pole na nu nsam na abusia abra hosem na sie tuba so adon sa subscriber team no so eye no ho nhyehyeye ye nyina na wotwe da bi beba so e ma so ba bi abede da ba bi besie no eye greater one heye ni ba bia enti subscribe ma me wati so nyanye ya no like wa comment na afi wa share na adwade nsem polo nsem dewa anwan wasem ni abra hosem ye nyina aba abesom nyankopon adom ye ngu ne yetinkwam a ye be se hye bi